Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about 10 things that GTA 6 can learn from Red Dead Redemption 2 and should keep when that game eventually releases. So this is something we did with Grand Theft Auto 5 the other day, where we talked about things that should stay in Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, since Red Dead Redemption 2 is, at least at this point in time, Rockstar's newest game, I figured it would be cool to look at the features and the things included there, and the things that could be applied. Now, I totally understand that these are completely different games, obviously in a different setting, different characters. One is an outlaw western, one is, a parody of American culture in modern times. So I understand there's going to be some things that don't work, but there's a lot of features that could be awesome. So at the number one spot today, and I think this is going to be the most controversial, going back to a single protagonist. So don't get me wrong, there was nothing wrong with what Rockstar did in GTA 5 with Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, but the bond that we were able to have with Arthur Morgan was awesome, and we got to know so much about his life. It ultimately led to an amazing, in my opinion, much deeper story than what we saw in GTA 5. So I don't know. I personally want Rockstar to go back to a single protagonist. It allows me to get more connected to that character, customize them more, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And I sort of felt like what Rockstar did was a little bit gimmicky in GTA 5, like the switching in between the missions. I mean, it was fun and cool, but at the end of the day, I want to go back to one character that I can get deeply connected with, involved with. And I liked what Rockstar did with Arthur Morgan, and I'd like to see them do that in Grand Theft Auto 6. So going back to one character. Now, building off of that, at the number 2 spot today, I would love for Rockstar to continue to introduce strong female characters. So we saw this in Red Dead Redemption 2, obviously with Sadie Adler, who not only was one of the best female characters, but one of the best characters in general. She is just bad to the bone, incredibly awesome. We also saw characters like Abigail Marston take life, especially in the epilogue. How she was such a strong, balancing presence to John Marston's outlaw desires. So those two characters are just a handful of examples of how they had an impact on the story. And I'd like to see Rockstar continue to do that in GTA 6. I think they did that really well in Grand Theft Auto 4, but sort of got away from that in Grand Theft Auto 5. So in GTA 6, I'd love to see some strong female characters, just like how Rockstar did in Red Dead Redemption 2. The number 3 spot today, adding back gore. So this is something that Rockstar did amazing in Red Dead Redemption 2. Like just having the option to go up to someone with a double barrel shotgun and blow their head off or blow their legs off. I think that's awesome. Some people might not love that, but I think it's really cool. And I don't know why Rockstar got so far away from this in GTA 5 and in previous GTA games. So I don't know why Rockstar wouldn't include that in the next GTA game. It's not like it had an impact on the rating. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 was still rated M, so it's not like adding that to GTA would cause it to have a worse rating. And it's also not like weapons have changed either. I mean, a shotgun's a shotgun. If you aim it at someone's head, it's going to blow it off. So I hope they do that because the bodies in GTA 5 were a little stagnant. So I'm hoping that Rockstar carries over sort of the gore functionality from Red Dead Redemption 2. The number 4 spot today, deep customization. I love the customization that we were able to do with Arthur Morgan, whether that's all the outfits that we were able to design for him. Also, the way his facial hair and beard and the hair on his head would actually grow, I really liked that a lot. That level of customization, in my opinion, was really cool. I'm also hoping that Rockstar sort of builds off of this. For whatever reason, Rockstar is always a little bit weird with outfits and clothing choices. They, for whatever reason, want to restrict you to these weird limitations. They got away a little bit from that in Red Dead Redemption 2, but there are still some things that you can't wear if you've got a certain item on. I dislike that. Now, I know the developers are trying to probably prevent clipping and, weird combinations that might break the game or make it weird in cutscenes, but I'm hoping that we can still customize our characters a lot. That's something Red Dead Redemption 2 excelled on quite well. The number 5 spot today, the horse cargo system, or at least a modification of the horse cargo system. So obviously in Red Dead Redemption 2, all of your weapons and your items and your clothing was stored on your horse. And if you wanted one of those new items, you'd have to go to your horse, to get a new set of weapons. And when you got off your horse, you were limited to what you could carry on you. And that was really cool because it was realistic. Instead of being a walking armory where you could just pull RPGs and sniper rifles out of your pocket, you had to carefully pick and choose what weapon you wanted for a certain situation. And I really like that. Now, horses might be a part of GTA 6, but that's really not what I'm talking about. Rockstar could implement that into personal vehicles. Like, you would go up to the trunk of your car, and that's where you would have like your body armor stored, your heavier weapons, stuff like that. So you'd be able to carry pistols and submachine guns, but if you wanted like an assault rifle or a sniper rifle, you'd have to go to the back and grab it. I really like that. It makes situations a lot more tactical, a bit more realistic, and the fact that, again, you can just pull whatever weapon you want out of thin air, I didn't really love that from GTA 5, but I loved what Rockstar did in Red Dead Redemption 2. So the horse cargo system, if you could see my air quotes right there, I think would be an amazing addition. The number 6 spot today, being able to interact with NPCs. So that was one of my favorite parts of Red Dead Redemption 2, is being able to go up to an NPC, literally anyone I wanted to, and choosing to harass them or greet them, antagonize them or say something nice. And I loved the reactions you would get. Some people would pull out their pistols and want to duel you. Some would try to fight you. Some would tell you to, go away, or would, compliment you if you said something nice. I loved that. The NPCs in previous GTA games have been so stagnant. Like, you would just be able to listen to their phone conversations. That's about it. So I'm hoping in GTA 6 being able to interact with other NPCs is going to be a feature that will be included. The number 7 spot today, map diversity. So I get it that Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place over several states, and a place like GTA 5, for example, is supposed to be California, focused for the most part on Los Angeles, and other Grand Theft Auto games like GTA 4 have taken place in, fictional New York City. So there's only so much you can do with map diversity because a lot of it does depend on the setting and the location. But I want to see, sprawling snowy mountains and beaches and industrial areas and forests, where in GTA 5, we really didn't see that. You had the big city of Los Santos, and then it was either like desert or woodlands. That was kind of it. And even the really tall places like Mount Chiliad didn't have any snow on them or anything all that unique. So more map diversity would be amazing. I think it really all depends on the location, but hopefully Rockstar can build off of what they did in Red Dead Redemption 2 and be inspired by how all the different states ended up looking. The number 8 spot today, the health and stamina core. I loved this feature from Red Dead Redemption 2, having to maintain your health and stamina levels with things like tonics and food. Now, I'm not sure how Rockstar would handle that in Grand Theft Auto, where things are a little bit differently. Maybe instead of it having a negative impact on your character, if you just kept them up, it would give you extra benefits. So you wouldn't be required to keep that stuff up, but if you did, you would get maybe extra driving benefits or extra shooting. That's just something to think about right there. I loved that feature, though, having to keep up Arthur's, stamina, health. So having that in GTA 6, I think, would be quite nice. Number 9 today is interactivity with the world. So what do I mean by that? I mean being able to go basically inside of any house and looting the fireplace or the cabinets or the cupboard or any chest that you find. I like being able to find the random point of events throughout the map that sort of tell a story or might lead to various treasures or clues or Easter eggs. Stuff like that was awesome in Red Dead Redemption 2. So I'm hoping that Rockstar continues to build on that in GTA 6. I know the time periods are a little bit different, so it might not necessarily make sense for someone to go around to various houses and start, looting things, but I'm sure that Rockstar could make it work some way or another. And last but not least today, at the number 10 spot, random encounters. I loved this in Red Dead Redemption 2. Just riding on the side of the road, you see someone that, was bitten by a snake. If you choose to help them a little bit later on in the game, a couple of days or weeks later, they actually give you like a free item at the gun store. Stuff like that is so cool. And that's just one example of a random encounter that really makes the world more rewarding than what we've seen in previous GTA games. And I'm hoping that Rockstar continues to do that in Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, can you imagine the fun encounters that you could come about if you're driving in the city or up in the mountains? Like, that would just be so awesome. And I'm sure Rockstar could even make some vast improvements on what we've already seen so far in Red Dead Redemption 2. So again, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you think are some things that GTA 6 can learn from Red Dead Redemption 2? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.